As promised, I'm going to be doing a series of lectures about the angels. And so we begin. Everybody take a deep breath. The idea of spirits mediating between gods and mortals is part of almost every traditional belief system that we know of. It is as old as the gods themselves, and nearly all of the great religions have preserved the tradition in their teachings. Well, what is an angel? By definition, the general consensus is that an angel is an intelligence without physical form, a purely spiritual being, and unlike humans and all species of animals, angels are not an evolutionary race. They were born perfect, fully capable of carrying out their functions, and they have the ability to learn from the experiences of observing the world and the universe unfold. They govern everything. Their object is to sustain the whole of creation, and every species of animal, plant, and mineral has an angelic intelligence behind it, as do the planets, the stars, and the winds. They are free from the restrictions of time and space. Angels can move faster than the speed of light. They can be somewhere in the moment they want to be, and then they can assume any form they wish. Although androgynous, they can and do energetically gravitate to either masculine or feminine energy. They too were given free will at the moment of their creation, but as lore has it, the majority of them voluntarily returned this gift back to the Creator in adoration. Hildegard of Bingen, a Benedictine abbess in the Rhineland of Germany, and a personal friend of mine, as well as one of the greatest geniuses of the 12th century, said that angels are happy to serve and protect mankind because they are amazed by us. All the angels are amazed at humans who through their holy works appear clothed with an incredibly beautiful garment. For the angel, without the work of the flesh, is simply praise. But the humans, with our karmic lessons, are glorious, and they praise our human work. Angels can only serve and praise God. Their protection they gladly give to us in order to ward off the chaos that the fallen angels devised to keep us from the light. These fallen are the angels who retained their free will. They wanted all the power and the glory to themselves, not to serve but to be served. Their arrogance and envy undid them, and according to legend, they became the devils and the demons and the fiends. As they hide in the darkness, their sole motivation is to undermine the harmony of the universe. Thus, all of humanity is engaged in this great battle between light and darkness, love and hate. Most great spiritual traditions tell us a story of creation, and in which an eruption of creative power from another realm gives rise to the universe as we know it. In the Kabbalah, the main strand of the Jewish mystical tradition and one of the richest sources of angel lore, tells a beautiful and compelling version of the creation story. It expands upon the version given in Genesis and has uncanny parallels with modern scientific theory. God is described as the divine presence, an omnipotent, indefinable, formless being in the midst of nothingness. And when the One decided to manifest in form, the very idea created light. And then God separated the light from the darkness, thereby creating the first polarity. The material universe is defined as male and female, light and dark. But through this separation, the one became two. And then God, the two in one, condensed the masculine aspect into a single point of light. This is the Word, which is then received by the waters of the deep, the darkness of the womb, the feminine aspect of God, which conceives and gives birth to manifest this universe. Astrophysicists generally concur that the Big Bang occurred when a single point of incredibly condensed matter exploded to form the universe as we know it. The feminine aspect of God, the mother of the universe as known, in Jewish tradition as the Shekinah. According to this tradition, she is God the Mother, the consort of God the Father. She is the divine radiance, the great Mother who gives birth to the universe. All feminine deities are aspects of her, as is the Virgin Mary. Shekinah is also described in the Kabbalah as the liberating angel, and what Jacob in Genesis 48:16 refers to as the angel which redeemed me from all evil. She is the guardian of the tree of life in the Garden of Eden. And according to Jewish mysticism, the Shekinah was separated from her lover, God the Father, following the fall of Adam and Eve. Only on Friday nights, the holy night before the Sabbath, are they reunited before being forced to part again. And not until all the original light of creation has returned to its source will the cosmic lovers be permanently reunited. To lead the Shekinah back to God and unite her with Him is the true purpose of the Torah. To the mystics of the Kabbalah, we are all involved in this process. Every act of love and compassion brings the heavenly couple closer together. In this sense, life is a love story. In essence, we are all lonely lovers, separated from our love, which can be found only in our own hearts. The Shekinah is the angel of love, blessing and delighting in the union of lovers, which brings her closer to her own true love. According to the ancient Jewish tradition, the angels were all created in the same moment on the second day of creation. God granted them free will, immortality, and divine intelligence. They were given the purpose of ministering to all the manifest phenomenon in the universe. They did not come in for the same function, nor do they inhabit the same realm. The concept of ascending hierarchy of different orders or choirs of angels is common to all traditions of angelology. And there is a variety of versions regarding the names and the numbers of choirs. The best known Christian version was devised in the 6th century by a Syrian monk. In the first triad, we find the seraphim. Here they are the heights of the choir of angels called the burning ones, whose light is so intensely bright that it would instantly incinerate mortals. These angels of love, light, and fire fly around the throne of God, singing a hymn of praise. Holy, holy, holy. They absorb and reflect the divine light of God into the next choir, and their regent princes include Seraphel and Metatron. Now the cherubim are a far cry from the chubby little cherubs that we are familiar with in the Renaissance art. They are the second in awesome radiance, only to the seraphim, and reflect the knowledge and the wisdom of God. In the Old Testament, they guard the gates of Eden, and following the fall, they were 2 carved cherubim on the Ark of the Covenant, the fearsome secret weapon of the Israelites. Their chiefs include Cherubiel and Ophaniel. The thrones are the many-eyed wheels of fire of the Merkabah, the holy chariot, encircling the throne of God in unison with the cherubim. They reflect faith in the power and the glory of God and are said to reside in the 4th heaven. Their ruling princes include Tzapikiko and Ophiel. And next week we will complete the 2nd and the 3rd triads.